today's video, we will learn about how extreme weather events are linked to climate change, types of weather events affected by global warming, and how human-induced global warming is directly affecting weather phenomenons today. Justin will begin by introducing the greenhouse effect, followed by my explanation of droughts, wildfires, and severe precipitation. Then Claudia will discuss the causes of flooding, and lastly Lillian will briefly discuss the effects of heat waves.
Greenhouse gases from human activities are the most significant driver of observed climate change since the mid-20th century. Although the greenhouse effect is a natural phenomenon by which Earth stores heat by using greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, human activities have caused an imbalance of carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere. In the U.S., greenhouse emissions caused by human activities increased 7% from 1990 to 2014. Electricity generation is the largest source of greenhouse emissions in the U.S., followed by transportation. From 1990 to 2015, the total warming effect from greenhouse gases added by humans to the Earth's atmosphere increased by 37%. Global warming is making hot days hotter, rainfall and flooding heavier, hurricanes stronger, and droughts more severe.
Fires in the U.S. torch an average of 7 million acres of land each year. The western U.S. is one of the worst wildland fire hotspots on Earth. The hot, dry conditions make bone-dry fuel out of plants and trees, and winds can sweep a fire along as fast as 14 miles per hour. So we have to ask ourselves, is climate change to blame? Studies have shown that various factors, both natural and human-related, influence droughts. Warmer climate leads to earlier snowmelt, which causes soils to be drier for longer, and dry soil becomes more susceptible to fire. Climate scientists have learned that quick drops in relative humidity are a sure signal that air is getting drier and that a fire is about to turn ugly. Some wildfire ingredients include oxygen, heat, fuel, and human-related causes. In the map being pictured above, we can observe percent increases in the amount of precipitation falling in very heavy events from 1958 to 2012 for each region of the continental U.S. Scientists expect these trends to continue as the planet continues to warm. Warmer air can hold more water vapor. For each degree of warming, the air's capacity of water vapor goes up by about 7%. An atmosphere with more moisture can produce more intense precipitation events. If the emissions that cause global warming continue to increase at an unregulated level, scientists expect the amount of rainfall to increase more than 40% by the end of the century. These precipitation changes, along with temperature shifts, threaten agriculture and other plant and wildlife.
If it seems like the U.S. is getting more heavy storms and major floods these days, it's because we are. Global warming is partly to blame for these heavy rainfall events. Because warmer air can hold more moisture, heavier precipitation is expected in the years to come. As a consequence of a global warming, annual precipitation levels have increased in many parts of the country. These precipitation levels changes have increased the risk of flooding. In the U.S., floods kill more people each year than tornadoes, hurricanes, or lightning. Floods are the most common and widespread of all related natural disasters. Floods can happen during heavy rains, when snow melts too fast, or when dams or levees break.
Heat waves are periods of abnormally hot weather lasting days to weeks. The number of heat waves have been increasing in recent years. Most locations on the planet can expect more extremely hot days, more frequent heat waves, and less frequent cold spells. In California, higher temperatures and drought are likely to increase the severity, frequency, and extent of wild rest, which could harm property, livelihoods, and human health. California's climate is changing. Southern California has warmed about 3 degrees Fahrenheit in the last century, and all the state is becoming warmer. Heat waves are becoming more common, snow is melting earlier in the spring.